Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all and your beautiful faces and your great big hearts. It's lovely to see you and to be here. Yeah, so we've been having a little chat. Hanumani sent out the email and talked about her feelings coming up around not being able to see family. I think what struck me in your story, Hanumani, is that feeling of I can go. Oh, I can't go. I can. So that feeling, it looks like things are moving, and then having those disappointments, and it can be tiring and exhausting, and it can drain your hope. I think when that happens, when goalposts keep changing. And I think a few people emailed in and talked about having that balance between your home being your sanctuary, as it's become, hopefully, during this time, if it wasn't already, but also we're not going out and being with people, which is what humans and lots of other mammals and birds and fish like to do. Even trees like to get together and hang out in groups. So there's that balance, isn't there? And so I guess it'd be nice, I think, this evening to do some work on our feelings coming up. There's more vaccine mandates some places and less others, and our sanctuary and our prison, absolutely. So yeah, there's those waves. I think we need to keep remembering that we're in a great turning, an actual turning of an age, and I've done lots of astrology stuff on that over these last 2 years with people. And that the turning of an age or the turning of a ship or the changing of a mass consciousness takes time and is messy. It's going to feel messy. The destruction of things gets messy and the rebuilding can be messy. So this is to borrow a term from Shakti Durga about your spiritual journey, this turning of an age stuff and light working is a marathon. It's not a sprint. The turning of an age isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And so that's why we have groups like this and why people all over the world do stuff, so that we can help each other and develop together the stamina required to go through a turning of an age. Who knows if it will even finish turning in our lifetime? I don't know. All I can do is what I am doing here with you guys and trying to be a good person in the world. I think if we be good people, that's going to disable all of the shitty structures in the world. If we be super good people, if we blaze love. So that's not to say you shouldn't deal with feelings as they come up. And I would recommend all the good ways. This is one, getting together and clearing and feeling the hearts of other people and doing individual and group healing work is one way. Getting together with people who are like-spirited is another. Seeking out and being able to talk through stuff and be able to hold space for others while they have their feelings, so that when it's your turn to have the feelings, there'll be people around to hold space for you. Because in lots of cases, there's not that much that can be done about our feelings. They're appropriate for the situation we're in, whatever we're experiencing at any time. And the great challenge is to process those feelings and lift through the vibration of them to a higher vibration, so that what we're emanating in the world, what we're vrooming out of us, is of a high vibration. I would never suggest you don't feel your feelings. I suggest you really do feel your feelings and find ways to transmute that charge and feel into what's the righteous center. And I use that word not in the self-righteous way, but in the right use of that kind of word, righteous, right use of. If you feel into what's the truth of the anger or the heartbreak or the worry or the terror, and transmute the charge around it, then something can be done about lifting to where there are ways forward with things. Great inspiration comes out of those situations. So I thought we'd do a session tonight on our feelings coming up, and you might have been having a bumpy ride lately, and if you haven't, then I'd ask that you hold a blazing, loving, strong space for those who have been having a bumpy time. lately, because really we truly are connected, and their bump is our bump. Your bump is my bump. And just like my blaze of joy is your blaze of joy, and vice versa as well, where we truly are, every one of us, connected. So if you haven't been having a bumpy time, if you're one of the people or some of the people in the group who have been feeling a surge in your own piece of this journey, then I'd ask you to hold space and do the releases and affirmations anyway for your friends here, for your brothers and sisters here, and others. And if you have been having a bumpy time, here's your chance to process it. I'll just go back a step. So, your way to transmute your charge might be to put on your running shoes and go for a 2-mile run. That's not mine, of course. It might be to dance crazily in the lounge room until you're exhausted. It might be to clean out cupboards where you can make noise. To get that charge out is the thing, and then to lift up. All right, so we'll see where we go with that. We're also going to look at media. It's a very complex creature, media. And I feel like if we've got time tonight, we'll definitely do some. And I feel like just constantly, consistently working on it in pieces whenever we meet is a good idea, whether it's social media, print media, TV media. I remember years ago in my very brief time at university, because I didn't fit into that system either. It may come as a surprise to you. So my brief time there, I studied sociology, and that was where I first learned that every bit of language in the media is built to sway your opinion, to get you to be impulsed into deciding who are the demons and who are the angels, or who are the heroes, or who are the baddies and the goodies, the white hats and the black hats, so to speak. I think it would be a good thing that one of the things we clear, as well as we clear that and envision where language is, for me in Australia, SBS is the place you'll get this the most, where the news reports are delivered with less influential language in them. They're delivered in a neutral kind of linguistic way, more so than any other news station. Check it out. But yeah, so that kind of thing where we're not being told what to believe in the way that language is used. Absolutely. Also, I think honest reporting of all sides of things. I think media trusting that we're actually an intelligent race and can make up our own minds about things if we're given all the information. I think that will be a good kind of media. Yeah. Places to go with stuff, haven't we? All right, so we'll do some emotional stuff just for those who've been having a struggle in this last little while in our sanctuaries, which have also been our prisons. All right, let's close down our eyes, settle down into your seat. Take your awareness to your chest and your breathing. And we'll take a moment with this. Just settle into the breath and settle into the chest and acknowledge how you've been feeling this last little while, or how you feel at the moment. Notice if you have any thoughts about that, any value judgments, or whether you're able to just look curiously or notice curiously. Yeah, I have been feeling that. Mm. And just give yourself a moment as you're breathing to offer yourself a bit of self-appreciation and some love. Be tender with you. Be kind with you. And compassionate with you. That's it. Really slow down for a moment. one of the biggest weapons of the current mass consciousness that we have is this unwavering, relentless urge to keep doing, to get faster, to do more. No matter which of the many sides we feel we're on at this point, at this great turning, no matter which facet we reflect, the urge to do more, to go faster, to hurry up, is a distraction in itself. So take a moment and just be here now. Nice. Sink right in. That's it. And remembering that the oneness, the source of everything, resides within us, through us and all around us. Just breathe the loop of love with the source, with the oneness. Beautiful. Offering love with the out breath, receiving it with the in breath. Just let that which is surrounding you right now in the physical world begin to dissipate into light, to fall away. And let the wilderness classroom form around us. Great ancient trees. Many forest and nature spirits here. And the fire burning at the centre of the clearing. Feeling the earth underneath your feet or your bottom if you're sitting down. And breathe with her for a moment. And connecting with the original custodians and the country on which you find yourself right now. The ancestors who lived in oneness with all. And country being all parts of the place you're in. That's it. We acknowledge the original custodians of the country we're each on, for me, Awabakal. And we pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging, and to language and culture. And we call the infinite absolute oneness Cosmic Mother and Cosmic Father. We call her Mother Earth and all the mothers of the kingdoms of nature. The sun and the moon, the planets and the constellations. We call on the many thousands of years of the honouring of the rising of Sirius. and the abundance that that energy would bring to the parts of the world where it was celebrated. We call on our spiritual teachers who blaze a light of unconditional love on our paths. On all of the gurus, rishis, sages, saints, avatars, wisdom keepers, elders, medicine people across the planet, all of the lightworkers who strive for peace and to lead in love. We call on each of our blazing presence, our souls, and the I am, the oneness within each of us. We call our personal teams of guides, teachers, and friends in the spiritual hierarchy who love us unconditionally. And we give thanks this evening for the opportunity to come together to help and support each other as we play our part in the great turning. We give thanks for all healing that occurs individually and collectively, and for the opportunity to serve the unfolding plan of uplifting consciousness. May we be guided by the heart, the truth in the heart. May we be blessed with wisdom, guidance, and protection. And may the veils of illusion be peeled away individually and collectively. And may more true blaze of more souls shine through in all parts of the world. May we play our part in the reconciliation of harmony, peace, love, and light here on our beautiful Mother Gaia. In full faith, so be it. Add your aho, your amen, however you agree. And whether you've been experiencing bumpiness for personal reasons or because of the wider collective, they're always going to tie in what's going on in the world and how the world is, how culture and mass consciousness is. Just letting a violet fire begin to pour down through the column of light that goes through you. A beautiful neon purple. And brilliant white fire pouring down through you and letting it saturate into any challenges you felt, any bumps in the road that you've been experiencing. And say, I choose to release all negative thoughts, vibrations and energy, and all pockets of trapped emotion from my body, mind, and energy field now. So be it. And take a deep breath in from above and breathe out through everywhere. Good. Nice. Letting the violet flame just keep pouring through you and saturating through you. And say, I choose to release all other people's energy who I interact with. And I release that energy easily now. Breathe in from above. Breathe out through everywhere. Let the fire keep coming. And say, I dissolve and release all energy I've absorbed of messaging from the media influencing me in ways not aligned with me. I dissolve and release that now. Take a nice deep breath in from above. Breathing out through everywhere. Ooh, and then I see a whole bunch of cords of attachment. So what if we say we choose to dissolve and release? All cords hooked into us from all forms of media. We release those cords now. Take a deep breath in from above and releasing through everywhere. Good. So as we do that, what I'm aware of is the points at which those plugs plugged in on our bodies or in our energy fields. So what if we say we now choose to dissolve and release all of the structures of mass consciousness held within our fields that magnetize the media energy to us. We dissolve and release that now. Breathing in from above, lots of fire, and out through the locations that your intelligence or your inner intelligence breathes out through. Just let it be breathed out. And so, of course, media is designed to, whether it's advertising or news or current affairs or podcasts or YouTube videos, or it's all meant to influence. Very little of it is simply meant to instruct or to share information. And a lot of it has fear woven into it. Fears that we've been saturated in. So what if we say, I now choose to dissolve and release the fear mechanisms within my own consciousness that attach me to the waves of misinformation from all forms of media. Take a nice deep breath in, everybody. Breathe out all around the neck and the jaw, where your jaw attaches up into your skull. Breathe out through there. And I don't think there's a single person in this group who didn't think something before all of this happened and have changed their views in some way. And the willingness to change a view is important, you know, as we explore what we believe and what resonates with us. So what if we say, I choose to dissolve and release all judgment of others who haven't yet unplugged and opened their vision wider. I dissolve that judgment now. Breathing in and releasing through the throat area. Good. Good. Excellent. And then what if we all say, because part of the discomfort that Hanamani spoke to and others have spoken to is this feeling of still not belonging, of not feeling welcome, and in different places. In some places we feel welcome, others we might not. So what if we say, I now choose to dissolve and release all structures of consciousness within me that would reject others because of not understanding others. I dissolve and release that now. Breathe in from above and releasing out. I want to say from under all of the ribs, release out downwards and out from under the ribs, front and back. Okay. Let me have a look. All right, so let's do a bit of transpersonal work. And so I'm not really seeing the earth this evening, but I am seeing a bubble of energy, and it's just stacked full of media inside it. Social media is in there, print media is in there, TV, podcasting, YouTubing, it's all in there, radio. And in fact, there's also in there a component of the arts field where arts, movies, TV have been designed in the same way to influence people, influence us in different ways. So that's in there too, the use of the arts to bias, to create bias. And just to be clear, I don't mean, wild independent artists who are bringing forth a big story. I mean the other way around, like brand product placement in films and TV, from that right through to the way things are scripted. All right, I love to be clear. So in the bubble is all of that mess, a lot of toxic energy, and it smells quite sulfurous to me. So we're going to be directing our violet flame. We're going to pull it in from above and direct it out of our hands and into the big bubble of media with each of our releases. And we're going to breathe like whatever you can breathe in from above. We'll call that 100%. And I'd like you to send like 80% of it out of your hands and into the greater field. And remember that united, doing this as one group, the potency of it is exponentially multiplied. All right. Okay, so violet flame flowing through you. And say, we now choose to dissolve and release the roots of consciousness within media that seek to dominate and control mass population. And we choose to dissolve those roots now. Beautiful. Take a deep breath of the fire in, everybody, and add your so be it or your aho and send the energy out of your hands and into the bubble. However you perceive the media inside the bubble is true. We all perceive in different ways. That's it. Okay. So say we choose to dissolve and release all of the structures of programming and beliefs that control and manipulate the operation of humanity. We dissolve and release that now. Breathing in from above and sending the fire out of your hands and into the bubble where the media is. Good. Good. We're going to do that again. Probably slightly different words. Say, we choose as one to dissolve and release all of the roots of consciousness, program and belief that controls and manipulates the movement and existence of humanity. We dissolve and release that now. Take a deep breath in and send the energy out of your hands. Connect with whichever of the holy ones you connect with, whichever gods, goddesses that you connect with. Send your personal prayer and ask for their help to dissolve this. Ask Mother Kali. Ask Mother Freya. Ask Mother Keridwen. Ask Lord Shiva. Ask Byami. And as one, we do ask that all of the different names invoked and prayed to pour into our efforts and help us dissolve the distortion and manipulation throughout the media that seeks to control all expression of humanity. We ask for help for that now. Breathing in, everybody. And send the fire out of your hands and into the bubble. If archangels are your things, call the archangels and ask them to help you. We sincerely ask for help to dissolve away the toxic energy of manipulation, the sulfurous energy of control, for greed and power. That's it. Pour it in there. Pour it in there. And let's say together, and we ask for divine help to dissolve the structures throughout mass consciousness that enable the media to be a tool for darkness. Take a deep breath in, everybody, and send the beautiful violet flame. There's tons of white in it, tons of white fire in what we're all sending. Send it into the toxicity. May the lies be dissolved. May the deception be dissolved. May all blindfolds be removed. That's it. Keep pouring the fire in. I feel like we've really got somewhere. That our collective just got even bigger with your prayers. Beautiful. Okay, what if we say, may the structures that support manipulative language be dissolved throughout the media. Breathing in from above, send that into the bubble. Interesting. Can we say, we ask that the sickness of the mind and of the ego that drives this machine be transmuted throughout the world as an act of compassion for humanity. Take a deep breath in and send the fire into the bubble. And what if we say, we ask that there be a revolution throughout the media of more and more reporting of the truth, of the many aspects of the truth, in a neutral way, that honours the intelligence of humanity. And breathe in. Tons of white fire is just pouring alone now down through us. Breathe it in from above and send it out of your hands. That's good. We're just going to take a pause from that for a moment. So put your hands down. We're just going to let that sizzle and fizzle away in there for a moment. My awareness comes back to the waves of emotion throughout this, the whole of it that's happening. It's not just the COVID component of it. So much is happening in the world that is painful. So just coming back to self for a moment, sitting around the fire with all of our teams, and let the violet flame flow through you gently, and just take a moment to let it wash through wherever emotions come up for you around how the world is right now, how sentient beings are treated, not just humans, animals, plants, sea life, the air, mountains. Take a moment and let the violet flame gently flow through you. Honour your pain that you feel for the world or for humanity, for the earth herself, and just let the fire gently wash through you. Connect with Mother Earth as you do. Om Shri Gaya Ma Purnatva Ma Om Shri Gaya Ma Purnatva Ma Om Shri Gaya Ma Purnatva Ma Om Shri Gaya Ma Purnatvaghayama. Om Shri Gayama. Purnatvaghayama. And just allowing Mother Earth to accept those waves of emotion, the hopelessness you may have been feeling, or the rejection you may have been feeling, the worry or the fear. Let her take it for you and transmute it. That's it. Good. Then connecting with the stream of light that's pouring down now, an opalescent kind of a light. Thick, creamy moonlight. With sweet rainbow, soft rainbow colour, not vibrant, soft, shimmering through it. Let that pour in. Bring it to the places in your body or your field that are pained at the moment, or hurt, or worried, or scared. The parts that have felt angry. And we ask for help, for divine help, for the help of the deities and of Mother Earth, the goddess of the earth. We ask for help to be strong in our capacity, to be good and do good things when we feel the opposite. And by doing so, to churn that darkness into a light that stays in the world. Let the opalescent light saturate you and soothe you. And also let it strengthen you. Let its gentleness strengthen you. Good. Good. Bring your awareness to the fire for a moment. The fire in the center of the clearing. Take a moment to breathe with the fire, to use the breath of love that we practice at the beginning and the end. Use it now with the fire, which symbolizes the oneness in everything here in this place. And ask for the help of that one to be strong and grounded and stable, to have balance in our lives in an unbalanced time. To remember to engage with love and hope and like-spirited people and good news, as well as what the other things that we're dealing with. Be with the fire and ask for the help of the oneness to keep you strong through the great turning. to call in the help and resources you require for the marathon. That's it. Just be with the fire for a moment. Let it fortify you, restore your hope. That's it. And what is your vision for the world? And how would our communication system be in that world? Your vision of peace for humanity and cooperation and collaboration for all life, in that larger vision, what would media look like? How would the news be delivered? How would we discuss current affairs? How would we communicate the happenings of the world? What would the language be like? Hmm. And project that vision into the bubble of energy that we've been cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, and will continue to clean as we continue, throughout Lightworkers. But really, for now, projecting your image of what would the media look like. For me, it wouldn't be owned by the 1%. For me, it wouldn't tell us who are the good guys and the bad guys. It would report the news. For me, it would be delivered with compassion. For me, a number of other things. So project for you what does an uplifted, high vibrational media, global media look like? What would social media look like? And it'd have a whole lot less ads, in my view. All of it would have a whole lot less ads. But yeah, what would it look like? Project it into the bubble, guys. Every bit helps. Beautiful. And may all of these visions merge into one great vision that is part of the vision of peace and the manifesting of peace here on earth. Take a deep breath in. Blaze love into your visions in the bubble, and let's let the bubble just lift up. And may that begin to work on the earth now. Bring your awareness back to you for a moment. And just with the compassion and the kindness for self, are there a few changes you might make in your life to maintain your strength, to maintain your hope, to maintain your goodwill, and the action of doing good. How might you rebalance? Just let that float into your awareness. Beautiful. Breathe in between the eyebrows and bring the energy right into the center of the brain there, right inside your Ajna chakra. Hold for a moment, breathing out through the whole of the body. And just be aware in that space right in the center. Go in through the third eye, right in deep, and sit there for a moment. Om. 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 Let that peace be through your whole being. And Cosmic Mother, Cosmic Father, please help us to create an ever-growing harmony of life here on Earth once more. Please help us to continue to walk with love, to lead with love, to play our part in this great turning. May we play our part in planting the roots and tending the plants of peace and love and equanimity and compassion and empowerment and balance and harmony and unity and inclusion and honor and truth and respect. So be it. Let your heart open to gratitude and bring your awareness to your breath again in the center of your chest. And let every cell in your body be a thank you. And let yourself become an enormous thank you. And may each of our lives be an expression of our gratitude. May we have the courage to continue to play our part, whatever that is, from a heart full of love. So be it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And engaging the breath of love, sending it to everyone here at the fire, the physical world people as well as the inner plane beings, the ancestors of all species. To the deities that each of us invoke this evening, thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathing the breath of love, the loop of love, as our beautiful wilderness dissipates into light around us, and your home or wherever you are coalesces back into physical reality. Really breathe the energy right through your body. Thank your body for being the temple it is. It carries us around, carries our souls around. Breathing your way all the way back in, wriggling your fingers and toes and opening your eyes. There we go. Bye.